Yeah, welcome back to Real Life English. So we are 4 native English speakers from different countries, each with our unique accents. So today we're going to play some games that are going to help you to learn some of the differences between our 4 accents regarding pronunciation, vocabulary, slang, and cultural aspects. So I'm Ethan from the USA. Andrea she's expecting her baby, but she was kind enough to come and share her wonderful British accent with us.
Hey guys, happy to be here.
And then we have Kase, our newest fluency coach, joining us from Cape Town, South Africa.
Hey everyone, nice to be here.
And I'm very excited to have Ollie from Australia back in the virtual studio as a special guest.
Oh yeah, what's up everyone? Long time no see.
Great, so every week we help English learners like you to go from feeling like a lost and insecure English learner to a confident and natural English speaker. So if that sounds like something that you want to be able to do, then simply hit that subscribe button and the bell down below so that you don't miss a single new lesson. So today we're going to be playing a game. So there are 20 cards that we can choose from. Each card has some information about pronunciation, vocabulary, slang, and cultural aspects. And if the card is talking specifically about your country, then you can feel free to share your thoughts on it first. And then the rest of us can jump in and share our thoughts. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Andrea?
Okay, I'm gonna go for my favorite number 2.
Ooh, what's the food like in your country?
Oh, this is interesting. I feel like lots of people think that British or like English food is not very nice. I think maybe sometimes people think it's very bland, or there are some traditional dishes, you know, like fish and chips, bangers and mash, which is sausages and mashed potatoes and things like that. But the UK is such a diverse country that it's amazing. Like you can find any cuisine, and that's something that I really love about the UK.
Yeah, we also have like fish and chips and bangers and mash. We normally eat fish and chips on a Friday, but because Australia, like the UK, is so multicultural, we have like everything that you want to eat. It's amazing.
It's so weird because we have exactly the same. Like it's this, I guess it's the British influence, but yeah, we do the same thing. Fish and chips so popular here as well.
Oh, that's surprising. I don't know why I wouldn't imagine fish and chips in South Africa. Kase, do you want to go next?
Sure, let's go for number 8.
Is that from your country, Kase?
It is. Salmi is a sandwich. It could be any kind of sandwich. Yeah. I don't know exactly where this name comes from though. I guess it just sounds cute, like a cute version of a sandwich, perhaps. A little sandwich.
Yeah. We call it a sanger, like S-A-N-G-A in Australia. What are you having for lunch? I'm having a sanger. So I guess it might, like, you know, be like a non-cute way of saying Sami.
That's interesting because in the UK, like a shortened way of saying sandwich is a sarnie. So it's very similar to the South African one, but instead of an M, we have an N as like sandwich, sarnie. I don't know.
In American English, it would be a Sammy.
Yeah, let's go for all the ones, 11.
All the ones.
Get my bingo calling on. What do you think it is? Let's play the guessing game.
Breakfast.
Breakfast?
Yeah, breakfast. Yeah, it's brekkie. What are you having for brekkie? Breakfast. Yep. That's probably our cute way of saying breakfast.
I like to use that sometimes as well because it's just breakfast seems like too much of a mouthful. Can't really say it
Right?
too
So
quick.
much easier.
Yeah, we use it as well in
Great.
the UK.
Oh, you do?
Yes, same in South Africa. It's just spelled differently. We have sort of the accent on the E and we use IE at the end. Bricky.
Oh, okay. Well, I like 2s, so I'm going to go for number 12. Oh, what's this? Let's grab a slab
from
from the bottle later. Can you understand this question?
I think the viewers will know what bodolo means because I used to talk about that all the time. In Australia, we call this a bodolo.
I think that's like the best possible name that you could have for it. It's like so strange. Because it sounds like also it's a really good name because it sounds like whoever invented that name for it was maybe a little bit drunk. So it works perfectly.
Bottle-o is where you can buy alcohol, and a bottle-o is like you can't buy alcohol in supermarkets like you can in many parts of the world. And a slab, oh, what do you think a slab is?
Yeah, see, this is really weird for me. Bottle-o, I remember, if people have seen the One Language, Three Accents video, they'll probably remember it. So a bottle-o in the UK we would call an off-license, although you can buy alcohol in supermarkets in the UK. A slab, I don't know, because a slab makes me think of like something big, you know, like a plank of wood or like a slab of meat or something.
It's just a case of beer, like 24 beers in a box. So we call it, for a glass bottle, a stubby, and the can is a tinny. God, we're so cute down here, aren't we?
You're so cute, yeah.
People should come and visit.
I remember that growing up from like watching Neighbours and Home and Away, and like when people would try to do the Australian accent, they'd be like, "Do you want a tinny, mate?"
Okay, some people believe it's always hot and sunny in South Africa. Is that true? Definitely not. It snows in the Western Cape, which is my province. So in winter we have quite a bit of snow, and people are quite surprised to know that. Yeah.
I certainly am.
Yeah, that's surprising. But you guys are quite far south, right? I mean, if you go south of South Africa, it's the next thing's Antarctica, so.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's very cold in winter, and I think even in summer we have quite a bit of rain, and it's really not consistent temperatures here. So definitely not always hot and sunny. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for my birthday, the 9th of October, so number 9.
That's also my birthday. It's crazy.
All right, what comes to mind when you hear the word bliksem? Is that, I butchered that pronunciation.
Is that from South Africa?
It's actually an Afrikaans word. So we do use it in English too, but yeah, it's an Afrikaans one.
I reckon that it's something to do with the weather when it's quite hot and sunny, and maybe like, oh, it's bliksem outside. Let's go and. No, I don't know. I've got no idea.
Okay, so bliksem is basically someone. It could be a verb or a noun. So you could be a bliksem, or you could bliksem someone. So when we use it, we basically mean that someone is like, what an idiot, like you bliksem, you did something bad, you messed up in some way. Or if you bliksem someone, you're giving them like a whipping, a hiding, you're hitting them. Yeah, it's quite an aggressive one. So your parents could tell you, like, I'm going to bliksem you if you do something bad.
What comes to mind when you hear the phrase, don't skinner about me? Like, don't skinner about me.
Is that like when someone's talking about you or something? Like talking about you behind your back or something?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh wow,
That's it.
really?
Oh wow, Andrea.
Total guess.
Yeah, it's basically like gossiping, like when someone's gossiping about you.
Now, when you learn new words or phrases, it's important for you to practice using them when you speak. But we know that it can be hard to find someone to practice speaking with. So we've decided to solve this problem by creating our real life app. Now, this is the only place where anytime, anywhere, you can just press a button and start practicing your English instantly with other English speakers from around the world. You can have fascinating conversations about your life, your passions, different cultures, or even just about the weather if you want. And that's not all. You can listen to our full podcast with an interactive transcript and vocabulary definitions. So download it now for free by clicking up here or in the description down below. Or you can just look for Real Life English in your favorite app stores.
Is there anything about your country that you would like people to know more about? Oh, that's interesting.
I've got one. Oh no, you go. It's
No,
your country.
go for it.
Well, I really like that. I mean, it's not very exciting, but if you're a hiker, like the UK has a lot of public footpaths and you can literally walk around the whole country and it's not dangerous. There's not going to be snakes or spiders or lions that jump out and attack you. It's like quite safe to walk around England and it has a beautiful coastline. So that's what I think people don't think about when they talk about the UK.
Nice, thanks for that promotion.
I work for Tourism UK.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe people are aware of it, but one thing that I've said it before as well, I said it earlier, like I love the fact that the country is so diverse and it's just a big boiling pot, melting pot rather, of like different ethnicities and everything. And growing up, I loved that about it because you just learn so much about different cultures.
I would say something similar to what Ollie said about the UK for the US is that like people tend to think of like New York, Los Angeles, Miami, but there's just like so much between. We have like all these amazing national parks where you can see these things that you would never really imagine could exist, you know, on Earth. So I think that that's something definitely, don't just go to the cities, like definitely check out the national parks and small town America, as we like to call it.
For South Africa, I think that people generally still think that we're, you know, surrounded by lions and giraffes and walk around in the bushveld.
No.
English speaking
They
South
sound
Africa.
New Zealander.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But English speaking South Africans sound Australian to me. Definitely not true. No.
I think when I was younger, I don't think I could tell the difference. I think even now, maybe it's like if I heard a certain accent. It depends like a lot where, because I've heard a lot of very different South African accents. And some of them are like very strong and it's like pretty, it doesn't sound like other English speaking accents. But if it's like kind of like a lighter accent, then I could see if someone didn't have much experience hearing Australian or New Zealand or South Africa, that you could confuse it.
Can you like give an example of a word perhaps that sounds similar?
I have no idea. Well, you guys, like, for example, with the ER, in all of your accents, you do, like, if there's an ER at the end of the word, you kind of drop it, you do, like, the schwa sound. So that's something that definitely, if you're an American, it's just, like, it sounds like a different English accent, and if you're not very experienced, like, watching TV series or having traveled or met people from those countries, you might just hunk them all together, you know, into the same, like, non-American accent. Not me, I'm more worldly than that, but I'm just speaking for some not so well-traveled Americans.
See, I think I have an example where I think South Africans might sound like the New Zealanders when you say the number 7 and the number 10.
7. 7 and
Say again.
7. 10.
And what's the other one? 10.
10.
Yeah, I reckon because 7 definitely, that in New Zealand they say like, sorry New Zealanders, 7 like how you said it.
7.
And they say 10, tin,
Oh, yeah.
like T-I-N,
True.
tin.
That's
Sure.
true.
Yeah.
That could be it, the vowel change.
See? Okay, I'm going to go for number 1 because Real Life English is the number 1 place to learn English online.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Some people believe that Australia is a very dangerous country because it is home to some of the deadliest creatures in the world, such as snakes, spiders, and crocodiles. What do you think about that? Well, I walk my dog on an abandoned golf course with long grass and lots of trees and lots of bushes, and I've never seen a snake in my 30 years of life. So yeah, I mean, there are some, like, I kill spiders in the house every now and then, but, you know, they're deadly animals, you know, they're everywhere.
It's funny, like in Colorado, I think people would definitely be like, oh, Australia, it's very dangerous. But then we have bears, we have mountain lions, which are pumas, we have rattlesnakes. So, but it's not like, I don't think I've seen a rattlesnake, I've heard them. And I've seen bears, but I've never actually seen a mountain lion. I've heard them, but I haven't seen them.
People have that same the same idea about South Africa, lions, snakes, all kinds of, even mosquitoes, right? Like, oh, I'm going to Africa and I might get malaria. I mean, it's possible. Not ruling it out. It could happen to you, but it's really unlikely.
Say this phrase out loud in your native accent. I go to work at 8. Okay. I go to work at 8 o'clock every day.
Beautiful.
I think we'd all say this quite differently.
Do I go now? Yeah. I'll go. All right. I go to work at 8 o'clock every day. Actually, I think I sounded far too Aussie then. I go to work at 8 o'clock every day.
I want to try and say it like you. So I would say, I go to work at 8 o'clock every day.
Sounds so proper.
Do your best Aussie.
As an Aussie,
Yeah.
I go to work at 8 o'clock every day. It's not very good, is it?
I guess I'd say I go to work at 8 o'clock every day.
Let's go for number 14.
Valentine's Day.
The 14th is Valentine's
Oh, I like this. When you are full of beans, you are. Do you guys know?
Day. I think
Ha.
we've learned this one before.
Wealthy?
For me, if you said this in the States, it sounds like you're gassy because beans make you gassy. But I know it doesn't mean that, so.
Yeah, it means like you're full of. I can't swear. It means like you're full of nonsense. Like you're. That's what we use it for. Like, oh, he's so full of beans today. Like he's. Like my son is full of beans today. He's full of energy and he's just like up to mischief. Like he's.
Yeah, in the UK, it would be similar. We say that when someone has a lot of energy, that they're full of beans. Maybe not so much with if they're up to mischief, but definitely if you're full of beans, then you're full of energy.
Full of beans, full of...
He's got ants in his pants.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, we would probably say you've got ants in your pants.
Ants in your
Yeah.
Ants in your pants.
Yeah, or sometimes we call like crazy kids red drink, like because they drink like red drink, like red fizzy or soda, and like the sugar makes them go psycho. Say this tongue twister. I feel like I don't want to go first doing this. All right, I'll go. Ernest Edgar eyed everything everywhere.
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 Let's go on to 17. Oh, this is like Andrea and I's favorite, I think.
Yeah, it is. I recognize this.
You're gonna try it with a Cockney accent, Andrea.
Oh, that's really hard. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter.
Yeah. You never disappoint.
Ollie, thanks so much for joining us, and Andrea as well.
Yeah, it was really nice to have the four of us together here.
Learning about other cultures is fascinating, isn't it? But now we would like to hear from you. What did you learn today from this conversation? Leave a comment down below with the phrase, "What I learned today was..." Also, don't forget to leave an encouraging message to the members of the community. Ah, yeah. Learn even more about different accents in English with this other lesson we made. Let's check out a clip.
This is, of course, a pepper.
I almost agree with you. I would call that a bell pepper because we have many different types of peppers in my part of the United States at least.
And in Australia, it's a little bit different because for me, pepper is something really hot and spicy, and this is not spicy. This is called a capsicum.
It's like the most bizarre word I have ever possibly imagined for this vegetable.
It's a really difficult word for something quite simple.